Okay, you're listening because you want to, really understand what matters and get there fast. So let's just dive right in. Today, we're tackling something quite important, the step up in online efforts by Chinese intelligence. They're trying to recruit U.S. federal employees, current ones, former ones. And this is hitting right when there are big shifts in the government workforce.
That's exactly right. And to really unpack this, we're relying on some solid sources. We've got a key document from the National Counterintelligence and Security Center, the NCSC. And this isn't just any memo. It's got seals from the Justice Department and the Defense Counterintelligence and Security Agency. So serious stuff. Plus, we're looking at a recent Reuters report that adds more context.
Right. So our mission here, our goal for this deep dive is pretty straightforward. We want to break down these recruitment tactics. What do they actually look like? Why the big push now? What are the red flags people should watch for? And of course, what does this all mean for folks like you listening and for national security overall?
Okay, so that NCSC document really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It absolutely does. The main takeaway is that Chinese intelligence services are heavily using online platforms. They're targeting people who work or used to work for the U.S. government. And their method, well, they create fake profiles. They might pose as, say, consulting firms or headhunters.
Corporate headhunters, yeah.
Exactly. Or even think tanks. And they're doing this on social media, professional networking sites, places people use every day.
So not like the old spy movies at all. This is happening on, like, LinkedIn, places where you're job hunting or networking.
Right.
And the document stresses these aren't clumsy attempts. These online offers, these virtual approaches, they're getting quite sophisticated. They're tailored, specifically targeting people with that USG background, folks who have worked in government who might be looking for a new job. Which brings us to the timing. This isn't happening in a vacuum, right?
Not at all. The NCSC points directly to the current situation with significant job cuts across the federal government. This whole thing stems from a big efficiency push, led by the Department of Government Efficiency under individuals' name. And these cuts, they're widespread. They've hit the Defense Department, intelligence agencies, think CIA, NSA. The document even mentions the CIA getting specific legal authority for some terminations related to this.
And it's bigger than just individual agency cuts, too, isn't it? I mean, the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, announced this broad efficiency effort for the whole intelligence community. Cutting waste, that was the goal. What's kind of ironic, or maybe just notable, is that the DNI's office, which includes the NCSC, the very unit issuing this warning, is also part of these efficiency changes.
Exactly. So you've potentially got more experienced people hitting the job market. And at the same time, you've got a foreign intelligence service actively looking for precisely that kind of expertise. It's a concerning mix.
Yeah, it creates a vulnerability. So what about spotting these things? The NCSC doc gives practical tips, right? Warning signs.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
Very practical and crucial for anyone online professionally. They talk about things like over-the-top flattery, someone you've never met just gushing about your skills.
Right. A bit weird if it comes out of nowhere.
Then there's urgency, pressure to respond now, and promising a job offer really, really fast. Skipping normal steps like interviews or background checks. If you see that combo flattery, rush, shortcuts, it should definitely make you pause.
Yeah, ring some alarm bells.
And to show how this isn't just theoretical, the NCSC document includes a case study. It's quite sobering. It involves a former Navy officer, Thomas Zhao. He was actually sentenced back in January, his offense. Sending sensitive military info, things like radar blueprints, operational orders to a Chinese intelligence officer. But how did it start? That's the key part for this discussion. Their relationship began online. Just talking about, believe it or not, the stock market.
Wow, so it started totally unrelated, seemed innocent.
Exactly. It shows how these connections can be built up slowly under false pretenses before the real ask comes.
That Zhao case really brings it home. These aren't just abstract warnings. And that Reuters report you mentioned earlier, that shines more light on what's happening right now.
It does. Reuters reported on a researcher who uncovered this whole recruitment campaign. It was run by a network of companies, apparently linked back to a Chinese tech firm, and their specific targets, recently laid off U.S. government employees. So again, it confirms this is active, it's ongoing, targeting people with that government experience who might be looking for work.
Okay, given we're talking about sensitive data and intelligence efforts, data security is obviously paramount. This feels like a good moment to bring in our sponsor, StoneFly, who specialize in exactly this area, data solutions.
Absolutely. StoneFly is really a pioneer in data management technology. They cover a huge range: SAN, NAS, S3, object-compatible storage, plus backup, disaster recovery, cloud stuff, and even advanced AI and security tech. And technically, they offer some really impressive data services, things like immutable snapshots.
Immutable, meaning they can't be changed.
Exactly. Tamper-proof,
Yeah.
which is massive for ransomware protection. They also use AES-256 encryption that's military grade for data at rest and in transit. For keeping things running, they have synchronous and asynchronous replication, plus smart features like intelligent tiering and flash caching to balance cost and speed. And specifically against threats like ransomware, StoneFly offers dedicated volume protection and this patented immutable and air-gapped repository.
Air-gapped.
Oh.
So physically disconnected.
Essentially, yeah. Creates a secure island for your backups. Plus, they have compass mirroring for extra resilience. And managing all this complex stuff, StoneFly provides a single interface, even if you have multiple locations or nodes. You can see how StoneFly's focus on security and resilience really ties into the risks we're discussing today.
Definitely. And for you listening, if you're thinking about better data protection, maybe needing more storage, better performance, or just updating your systems, whether it's storage, backup, DR, hyperconverged setups, servers, or virtual environments like VMware, Hyper-V, Proxmox, StoneFly offers solutions at good prices with strong support.
And StoneFly has a couple of specific offers right now worth noting. First, a really accessible option: $10 immutable and air-gapped backup. Great starting point. Or, for a bigger setup, there's a 70 terabyte backup and DR appliance. It's expandable up to 4 petabytes, which is huge. This appliance has those air-gapped and immutable features, integrates with Veeam, Rubrik, Commvault, site recovery, and it includes advanced AI with object lockdown for ransomware protection. All that for $700. Best bet is to contact sales at stonefly.com for the full details. It shows StoneFly really gets the need for layered security.
Absolutely. Great info. Okay, let's circle back to that NCSC document one more time. There's a critical point in there for people with security clearances.
Yes, this is incredibly important for anyone who's held a clearance. The message is crystal clear. Just because you leave government service doesn't mean your duty to protect classified information ends. That obligation stays with you, period.
So let's try and synthesize this for everyone listening. What are the key takeaways? Well, first, this online recruitment threat from foreign intelligence is real, and it's not basic stuff. It's getting smarter, more sophisticated. Second, it's actively targeting people because of their skills and knowledge from working inside the U.S. government. And third, there are specific red flags you can watch for online. That weird flattery, the rush job on offers, skipping steps. Trust your gut if something feels off.
Right. And zooming out a bit, this whole situation just underscores, how vigilant we all need to be online. It's about critical thinking in this digital age. These aren't just random incidents. It's a persistent, strategic effort to get sensitive information. It potentially impacts national security.
So thinking about everything we've covered, the sophisticated tactics, the current workforce shifts, here's something to mull over. Given all this, what proactive steps can you personally take to better protect yourself and maybe sensitive information you possess in all your online interactions? Not just professional, but personal too.
That's a really important question for everyone right now. Definitely something to reflect on.
Well, thank you for tuning in for this deep dive. We really hope exploring these sources gave you some valuable insights and maybe some things to think about going forward.